If you watched the video Ani DeFranco, Righteous Babe, and or the video giving election lessons in the 2016 presidential election, then you know one of my goals with this video series is to have it go viral so people can learn how to unrig our corrupt election system and vote, damn it, in a real fucking election, saving us all from World War III. Another goal is to save the life of my 15 years young fur daughter, Jimmy May, my fur son, Zozo, who still needs rescued from the lakeside property, and other kittens and kitties in danger in Riverside, California. Still, another goal is to save my own ass, since my activism in politics and animal rescue has cost me dearly over the years and currently put me in quite dire, life-threatening circumstances. I'm making 2 videos addressed to people from the Femme Fatale show and NWEZ.net, the web station the show went out on. The information I need to cover is too extensive for one video, since I'm also talking about the kitten and kitty rescue I recently performed, where I reached out to girls from the show. My hopes are people from the station and show come together to help complete that rescue project and or bring attention to plans to fix our rigged election system. In my wildest dreams, Ani DeFranco joins with girls and other artists from the Femme Fatale show and people from NWEZ.net to raise awareness and funds via however means they best think possible, perhaps a CD and or concert and or reaching out to their communities in some kind of campaign. In this video, I will introduce the Femme Fatale show and talk about reaching out to the girls during the rescue that still needs completed. The Femme Fatale show was a live 4-hour online show. It went out weekly with audio, video, and interactive chat room. It predated Facebook, MySpace, and YouTube, and happened during the days of MP3.com, Napster, and the Rosenbergs. During its 2.5-year run, the Femme Fatale show tied frequently for #1 web show with shows from Soundbreak.com, a web station funded by millions of investment dollars and run by Mark Goodman, one of the original MTV VJs. There's a professor that teaches about the Femme Fatale show at the University of Chicago in his class on the history of online entertainment. The first hour of the show featured internet and unsigned artist music news. Investigative reporting I did during that segment led to my political activism supporting mom-and-pop webcasters and my invitation to write testimony for the Senate as president of NWEZ.net. The second and third hours of the show featured live unsigned artist interviews and performances. The last hour I chair danced while playing unsigned artist music and music videos and chatting with listeners. I created, researched, wrote, produced, and hosted the show. It was a shitload of work. It always amazed me the girls I booked on the show rarely bothered to watch the show before they came on. Inevitably, they would be surprised that the news segment prior to their interview and performance had all kinds of information that was useful to them. Artists can be some of the most self-centered people you'll ever meet. Take it from someone more politically incorrect than Bill Maher will ever dream of being. I'm like Mother Jones in that my peer group often likes me as much as the elite criminals looking to shut my ass up. That's because I cannot stand hypocrites. And so many of my wealthy neoliberal friends are just that. They talk a good game and hold all these noble beliefs until they're actually asked to help a friend in need. Then they've no room at the end. A great example is Allie Handel. I guess you could say we were friends. We have many mutual friends, and when I was able to do such things, we went to all the same parties and weddings. I took her to the Ani D concert when I got free tickets. She took me to see her husband perform at the Magic Castle. So anyway, if you are familiar with Allie Handel, you know she's a kitty lover. A lot of her PR, in fact, revolves around kitties. Recently, I got involved in rescuing a no longer feral kitten and kitty colony, and I reached out to Allie for help. First, I wanted help getting the story out so I could feed the kittens and kitties, catch them, fix them, and find them good homes. No help. I also reached out to a variety of rescues and animal organizations with no help. I thought it would be fun to make a campaign called Pussies, also known as pushovers, for pussies. Right? It's kind of cute, right? So I made videos addressed to Allie, Ani DeFranco, and other girls I played on the show and or knew personally. I asked them to sponsor individual kitties and kittens and introduce them to their communities so we could save their lives. Crickets. Annoyed, I posted on Facebook that Allie Handel must be more of a pussy than a pussy lover. Yeah, she unfriended me. So did Sean Wiggins, a friend from the Femme Fatale show and Indie Girl list. Maybe she felt guilty that Max, 1 in a million, I'm going to try and show you some photos here. The handsome tomcat I asked her to sponsor ended up dead. Thanks to the inaction of Allie Handel, Sean Wiggins, Deborah Davis, Stacy Board, Jamie Green, and other girls I reached out to, KK the Calico Cutie, who was less than a year old, who was no longer feral and able to be picked up and pet, was murdered, orphaning her 5 young kittens. Luckily, Foxy, another kitten with kittens, took over nursing KK's 5. She was such a good mommy. Pantherette, the youngest of the mommies, not youngest, but smallest, they're from the same litter, and her 3 kittens were also murdered. Spot, Minnie's kitten, was handed to me dead in a plastic bag. It's unknown if Minnie or any of her 6 original kitties are still alive. Tux Isabello, her mate, was murdered, as was Little One, KK's father, and Duchess's bonded mate. So many kittens who were just kittens, and kittens who had just came into the world murdered, as well as the sweet tomcats they loved, at the Airbnb, and no one could be bothered to share their story with their communities. Luckily, the ranch, when I had problems, where I moved Jimmy May, Foxy, Zozo, and the 10 kittens, a rescue came and took Foxy and her 5 kittens, as well as KK's 5 kittens. Foxy, her look-alike daughter Foxette, Bluebell, with the pretty blue eyes coming up. We hope we can see her eyes. Can you see her pretty blue eyes? There's Bluebell. Brownie, her brother. Feisty, her sister. There she is with Bello, her brother. There's Marco Polo Zachariah. Lil KK, the calico cutie. Samwise Bubba Gamgee. Zachariah Marconi the handsome. And Fluffy Bun, all found homes. Zozo is still loose on the property in Lakeside and needs rescue. That's the property where the men in ski masks beat me up. It's unknown how Duchess or any of the kittens and kitties in Riverside still are doing. I hope to find out someday soon and rescue them if needed. This has been such a crazy story. Learn more on the all-important addendum video and its companion video, as well as the latest kitty update on my Gloria Hilton, HYLTON, YouTube channel. You can watch the rescue attempt from the beginning there as well. Videos of interviews and performances by artists on the Femme Fatale show are historically important and irreplaceable. They're currently in my storage, which is overdue, and I pray to raise funds to save them. My activism during the last presidential election resulted in my economic assassination and eviction from my beloved home of 22 years. All my photos and sentimental heirlooms from that time and loved ones who have passed, including my twin flame soulmate, who is missing now and presumed dead, are also in my storage. Stay tuned for the video about his disappearance and all we went through during this ungodly experience. Also watch the companion video to this to learn more about nwez.net and how webcasting was successfully cock-blocked by the traditional music industry, leading to our current suck-ass music scene.